Waps.
Nah, he isn't here, sorry. He died.
Ah,
From a
so who am
fatal,
I speaking to?
this is actually, his older sister?
Sister. Ah.
Yep.
Yeah. What happened? I guess.
He just, what do you call it, he was playing some Fortnite and then a noob killed him, right? A noob killed him, and so he just died.
Ah. Yeah. Well.
So yeah, you know. Must have been a fatal, like, heart disease or something.
Mm.
Your boy, not Wappapappa, because he did, landed at the floating island and got 4 kills. And
It's
3 of
high
them
life now.
were with a hand cannon. Oh, your boy's got a bolty now.
No, I would like for you to leave a match.
I wouldn't like for me to leave my match, by the way. I wouldn't like that, sorry. Is that a shield Patoshan I see? What is the cube doing? I found a shield Patoshan. You're right, everything caused by this is from the comet. Yeah, I know that, Ben.
Okay, while you're playing, I'm gonna tell you some facts.
Some facts
You
you
ready?
say.
Yeah.
Already
An
heard that.
orca can put a shark to sleep by turning it over on its back. The orca then drowns the shark, only to eat the liver and the tongue.
Drowns the shark.
Yes. An armadillo's armor is so strong that when a man in Georgia tried to kill
Yeah.
one with a 9mm pistol, the bullet ricocheted, hit a fence, went into a mobile home, flew through a recliner, and shot his mother-in-law in the back.
Really
Some
didn't, but
farmers
you know.
Some farmers in Bangladesh have switched to raising ducks instead of chickens because during catastrophic floods, ducks float. Oh, you know what I found on, Call of Duty World War II?
Oh, what?
Shipment 1944?
Uh-huh.
They made a mode, so like, you got Shipment 1944. Now they made a mode on it where it's like hardcore and the bullets ricochet.
Actually.
Yeah.
What's the mode called?
It's called Shipment 1944 Hardcore Ricochet. I'm pretty sure I haven't played it, but okay. Niels Bohr was gifted a house with free beer for life on winning the Nobel. A beer pipeline was connected from the Carlsberg brewery next door to his house, or stayed from 1932 until his death in 1962.
His death in 1962, you say?
Yeah. Parents of new babies miss out on about 6 months worth of sleep during the first 2 years of their child's life.
How much?
Sloths only poop once a week, and it's the only time they ever come down from the safety of treetops. Nobody knows why they risk their lives just to poop on the ground, but when they do, they hug a tree and do a little poo dance. 63% of all boys ages 11 to 20
Oh, are you reading Grapevine?
who were arrested for murder have killed the man who was assaulting their mother. According to the US flag code, the flag should never be used as wearing apparel, bedding, or drapery, and no part of the flag should be used as a costume or athletic uniform.
A flag.
Yeah, for the US flag. The movie Paranormal Activity had a budget of only $15,000 but made $194 million. During the screening, people began walking out. One studio executive thought the film was bombing. They later learned that the viewers were actually leaving because they were too frightened. You can help bring back the bees by tossing around seed bombs. Bee colonies are losing up to 90% of their population each year, but Seedles hope to change that with non-invasive native wildflower seed bombs that sprout when you toss them into a sunny area. On October 24, 1975, the women of Iceland went on
Wait, they
strike
took
for
1
equal
HP
rights.
off the...
90% of women walked off their jobs and out of their homes, shutting down the entire country. The men could barely cope. The next year, Parliament passed a law guaranteeing equal pay. 5 years later, Iceland elected the world's first female president. Now Iceland has the highest gender equality in the world.
ISIS.
Black cats have suffered from an image problem since the Middle Ages, when they were first associated with witchcraft. Now they are being adopted less because they don't photograph well in selfies and on social media.
Where are you getting these facts from?
Facts weird. I just found one on, like, you know, the search thingy, like where you get the random thing. I'm just reading them out now. During cold winters, the Alaskan wood frog becomes a frog-shaped block of ice. It stops breathing and its heart stops beating. When spring arrives, the frog thaws and returns to normal. Bathroom with a glass floor over abandoned elevator shaft. There's a resort in Finland where you sleep in a heated gas igloo to watch the northern lights.
A heated gas is... what? A gas igloo? What the
So
heck
it's
is
an
that?
igloo. So there's a resort in Finland where you sleep in a heated glass igloo to watch the northern
Oh, you
lights.
see gas igloo.
Gas or
You're like
glass.
You said gas igloo.
No, I said glass.
No,
in
you
2004,
didn't. I will save
Shush.
the clip if you really want me to.
In 2004, a lifeguard was... Okay, I said gas. A lifeguard
No, you
was
said
swimming
glass.
with...
Why are you lying now?
Oh my god. A lifeguard was swimming with his daughter when dolphins started circling them. He then noticed a shark beneath them. The shark was driven away by the dolphins.
A dolphin.
Literally, the baby that was born twice. Pediatric surgeons removed her from the womb to cut out a tumor on her spine, placed her back, and several weeks later, Lynn Lee was born healthy. When a secretary told Steve Jobs she was late for work because her car wouldn't start, Jobs came back the same afternoon and threw her a set of keys for a brand new Jaguar, saying, "Here, don't be late anymore." There's a slum-like African resort designed to give rich people a taste of hard life. Due to high numbers in life expectancy, years of schooling in the population, and a high gross national income per capita, Norway once again tops the list of the best countries in the world to live in. In 1988, the late Israel Kamaki Waioli called a sound studio at 3 a.m., said he had an idea, and asked if he could come record. He was so polite, the studio owner said yes, even though it was late. He showed up 15 minutes later, sang and played his ukulele, and recorded Somewhere Over the Rainbow in just one take. It is now the most requested version of the song by far. When General Motors unveiled the Camaro name in 1966, automotive press asked Chevrolet product managers what is a Camaro, and were told it was a small vicious animal that eats Mustangs. Indonesian farmers introduced fish into their water-laden rice fields in a process called rice fish culture. The fish droppings act as fertilizer, while the fish eat any insect pest and improve oxygen circulation around the field, increasing rice yield by up to 10%. In the Philippines, there's an island with a lake that has an island in it, which has its own lake, which has its own small island in it. It's called Tal Lake. Even though they're cute, cats kill billions of animals every year and are considered one of the top threats to wildlife. They are blamed for causing the global extinction of at least 33 species. Gary Dahl invented the pet rock in 1975. He collected rocks from a Mexican beach, packaged them in a box with a booklet on the care and training of your pet rock, sold for $3.95 each, and made him a millionaire practically overnight. Watching the favorite movies over and over is good for you. The repetition calms you because knowing the outcome of a story helps you to feel safe in an unpredictable world, and it comforts you by recapturing lost feelings. Mark Henry has the world record for combined lifts of snatch, clean and jerk, squat, bench press, and deadlift, totaling 3,324.5 pounds, all in drug-tested competitions, making him arguably the strongest man to have ever lived. A man spent 5 months in prison, unaware that his bail was $2.
Why would bail be $2?
John Francis, an American environmentalist, decided to stop speaking for a day to learn to listen better to his opponents. He turned into a 17-year vow of silence. During those 17 years, he went to school and even earned a PhD. An Iraqi man moved to Australia and used the welfare system as income. Some years later, he became successful and wrote a check for more than $18,000 to the Australian government, every cent they gave him. In 1907, a Mexican railroad brakeman named Jesus Garcia saved the entire town of Nacozari by single-handedly driving a damaged and burning train containing dynamite 6 kilometers away from the town before it finally exploded, killing him. According to a British study, men drive an extra 276 miles per year because they refuse to ask for directions. In Iceland, you can hand draw a map on a piece of mail without an address, and it'll still make it to its destination. Two con men sold a fake painting for 1.5 million euros only to find out all of their money was counterfeit. Infamous streaker Mark Roberts, sponsored by GoldenPalace.com to streak Super Bowl 38. He was paid $1 million, given front row tickets on a 50-yard line, provided with one of the best defense attorneys in the US, was able to reduce his charges down to a misdemeanor and a $1,000 fine. There's a cruise ship named The World where residents' family live as it travels around the globe. Oh, I want to do that.
Travels around the globe.
Yeah, and people live in there permanently, so it's like their house.
What?
There's a 13,000 square mile area in West Virginia where cell phones and Wi-Fi are banned. That's stupid.
What do you mean
Mr.
banned?
Rogers
Like,
personally-
they don't have it? Or it's just
Yep.
law?
We can't use them. Probably you have to pay like something. Mr. Rogers personally answered his fan mail. A 5-year-old blind girl once wrote him and asked him to say when he was feeding his fish, but she was worried about them and couldn't see. From that moment on, every time he fed the fish, he said it out loud. The moon is 1/400th the size of the sun, but also 1/400th the distance from Earth, which results in the moon and the sun being the same size in the sky. Coincidence not shared by any other known planet-moon combination. During the temperance movement in the 1890s, marijuana was commonly recommended as a substitute for alcohol. The reason for this was that use of marijuana did not lead to domestic violence while alcohol abuse did. Shuni Sigahara saved 6,000 Jews' lives. He was a Japanese diplomat in Lithuania. When the Nazis began rounding up Jews, Sugihara risked his life to start issuing unlawful travel visas to Jews. He handwrote them 18 hours a day. The day his consulate closed and he had to evacuate. Witnesses claim he was still writing visas, throwing them from the train as he pulled away. The world didn't know what he had done until Israel honored him in 1985, the year before he died. Jeanne de Clisson became a pirate during the 1300s to get revenge after her husband was beheaded. She sold her land to buy 3 ships, painted them black and put up red sails. She eventually caught the people responsible for her husband's death and beheaded them. Damage Control is a drinking game where 2 friends swap phones and drunkenly text someone crazy to anyone in others' contacts and scramble to fix their damaged relationships. Consuming too much coffee while under high amounts of stress can cause you to experience schizophrenic-like symptoms. Beds can slow the aging process by stopping water from leaving the skin, keeping it moisturized. Dogs in Australia have been known to lick toads to get high. In 1963, 2 criminals in Mexico convinced some villagers they were prophets and paid a prostitute to pretend she was an Inca goddess, but she became delusional, took over the group and started demanding human sacrifices. A Russian couple were reunited after being separated for 60 years. They were married for 3 days. When the husband left to join the Red Army, they were unable to find each other until 60 years later when they randomly visited their hometown on the same day.
15 kill one, let's go boys. Have a tomato.
Actor Barkat Abdi only received $65,000 for his award-winning supporting role in the film Captain Phillips.
Bender, win a free headset!
He returned to selling mobile phones in his brother's shop and